Well, after walking around, I think we've found where we're going to be located today. Take a look. I've been looking around, and I think this is the best spot. We're going to be at this height. We'll be able to set up something here to protect ourselves from the wind and to cook. And look at what we have down here. A lot of trees and branches, which is going to be ideal for us to throw the buoys and for us to fish all down here. Today we're going to start with fishing first. In this case, we're going to be using buoys because we've been talking to different fishermen. Fish usually bite at mid-depth. So we're going to cast in this area first. And let me tell you, we have a wide spot with lots of fishing options. And over there, we can go throw the cast net in a bit. So, well, let's start with the buoys. Right now there's a tremendous wind, but the thing is, in this area we have a lot of shelter. But if we weren't here, it would be pretty tough. The front one. Front one. Now I'll show you the buoys I'll use today. I was telling you about the bite, and well, look, this is what I'm going to use. A sliding buoy that will allow the fish to have more time to eat calmly and not feel any pressure or anything. They'll slide, and in that time I can hook them. I often use this buoy for man-to-be fishing in season. But well, let's see if we change the hook and cast with this. This little box solved a lot of things for me. Because, look, it's very compact. And, well, here we can keep the main things we need to go fishing. We'll use a hook. This one looks fine. Look. We have sinkers, steel leader, beads, snap hooks, a small float for minnows, a big sinker, a round sinker, a sliding sinker. Look at the difference. Look. Look, look. Look. Look at the look, the Well, look, I just finished the refuge. I made two entrances, one on this side, and the other one faces the river. Look. So, well, in a little while, we're going to go look for fresh bait. They've stripped all the rods, and we're going to throw the cast net. And we'll continue with the food that we're going to be preparing in this place. All right, friends, here I'm going to catch a little catfish that will serve as bait for the float. As for the shelter, I think I've pretty much finished it. Now we're going to look for a log, a base to use for preparing the food. Look, it's just 4 p.m., and as usual for this season, the fishing was slow. But, well, we broke the streak with that little catfish. I caught it with a worm. So let's see if we can find some good logs to make the shelter even better. We're using the little catfish I mentioned today. This one won't come. Perfect for the buoy. We've had some bites, though. I was just getting one with meat. Look, I'm going to share this with you. No matter how harmless they seem, the roots are not. They have huge claws. You don't realize it. Let me show you what happened to my hand. All over, a tremendous edge that cuts you and you don't even notice. Then it burns and you look and realize your whole hand is cut. It's nice to walk in places with lots of leaves, but sometimes it gets uncomfortable when you realize that it feels like someone is coming to the place all the time, but you look and there's no one around. Maybe it's the birds coming down to eat, but it's very literal. I don't know if it happens to you too when you're in places like this, but when you're alone, it always feels like someone is coming closer, but no one ever actually shows up. While eating, share a fact with him. More than 80% of the people who watch the channel aren't subscribed. So if you like the content, you can subscribe. I know that most of you usually watch on television, but if you swipe to the side, the option to subscribe will appear. In the last video, we hit 27,000. Imagine this. If you want to join the channel, just subscribe for free. Look what I've found from a crab. Let's leave it in a shelter. All right, there's the buoy. I say a taru has to show up. This is an ideal spot, but what if I catch one? I already have the recipe ready for the next video. What are we going to be fishing for? See how this side of the shelter looks facing the sun? I haven't cooked yet because it's hitting really hard on this side. But in a little while, I'll start preparing the meat and I'll show you how we're going to cook today. Look here, from some animal, just some cows. They get stuck because of the thorns on this acacia. Like that one over there. It could help start a fire fast. Here's the other entrance, see? This entrance would be if I come from this side, which would actually be the entrance. Because this part is just to have the river in front, but this would really be the entrance. We came to change the fishing spot a bit to see if by moving we have better luck. There's movement, so let's get in the water. All right, we've already started the game. I'm going to show you what I brought. We have a little frying pan, bell pepper seasonings. And look at these meats we brought. Awesome. We do all this kind of rough, just kind of rustic bell pepper, onion. It's melting there, look. Let's plant this onion. What's left? Let's see if when we come back in a little while it took root. I'm going to leave you a challenge there. Look, here it is. All right, if the video gets 1,000 likes, we'll come back and do a night fishing trip at the same shelter. It's up to you. Look at the color it's getting. Let's go with the first one. It's almost ready. They're going to shrink with the heat. Look how the sun is setting. Here we have the entrance, and here's the view of the river. What do you think of the shelter? I already mentioned before that if you liked the idea, just leave a like. If we reach 1,000, we'll do some fishing and camping here at night. What do you say? This is going great. Look at this, it's crazy. The evening is falling, so let's take advantage and eat. This is truly a luxury. Friends, Check how it's cooked. I don't know your preference. I watched the guys who just arrived go fishing. It's no coincidence they come now. The fish must bite at this hour. Maybe I'm getting the timing right and need to stay. Until night. You can already start to hear how all the birds are coming to sleep. It seems like they start settling in early because of the cold. I wanted to show you a little fishing house. It's really nice. Look at it. Here you can store everything you need. Very useful, with little hooks, carabiners, swivels, beads, sinkers. Remember that you can buy or win one of these in our WhatsApp giveaway group. There's a link there to join, and obviously it's us who manage it, who answer, and who write you down. So if you're interested, the link to join is right there in the description. A long walk awaits me. Thank you all for watching and joining us. Look, friends, I don't want to forget to tell you about the opportunity you have. To win one or two of these fishing kayaks in our giveaway group, look, we've already given away more than 10 of these. I've delivered them anywhere in the country, with free shipping included. Look, it's beautiful, though dirty from use. See for yourself. You can carry items up front using the handles. Side handles, rod holders, interior access, and storage, rear handle included. A very stable, beautiful kayak. I'll leave the group link in the description and in the comments.